All right, welcome to the FGM live show. My name is Jeremiah Kipainoi. This is another beautiful day that we are on. Karibu sana from East Africa, from wherever you're watching from. I see many people are already joining in. Karibu sana. Today we will be with amazing people. My name is Jeremiah Kipainoi, just in case you are meeting me for the first time. And together with Tony Mwebia and Antonia Sophia, we shall be interacting with you in the next 30 minutes. On social media, on video, and on live chat. This broadcast will help you to understand the current situation of FGM in Kisii County, and you will be able to get to know best practices adopted by organizations and activists working in grassroots in Kenya. Remember to leave a comment below this live video, and we shall try our best to give it a read. So welcome to the show today. We have amazing people, and I really do hope that you will be able to contribute by the end of the day. Thank you very much for being with us once again. If it's the first time, karibu. If it's a return, please keep on holding on. Karibu sana.
Tune in to the FGM live show from Monday to Friday at 5:30 p.m. East African time. Find and follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at FGM Live. Reach out to us for inquiries, to report a case, or to support the show on WhatsApp +254 73 400 7674.
All right, now we are back. Thank you very much once again for joining us. We are live in Kisii County. Lots of amazing people are here with us today. We really do appreciate you being here today. It's an amazing day with amazing people. So just from my left is a lady who's going to introduce herself. Very unique name, I can tell you. A gentleman who's also going to tell us what he does and what his organization does, as well as another lady who is also going to tell us what she and her organization are up to. So thank you very much once again for joining us at the FGM live show. This is Jeremiah Kipainoi, and we are very happy to have you here today. All right, straight to the point. Ladies and gentlemen, from my left, please, small introduction about yourself. I think you're muted. Please unmute yourself. All right.
Hey, my name is Esna Singramba from Young Women Democrats. I'm the director, an anti-FGM campaign. Doing a lot in GBV, that is home-based violence, defilement, rape, and anything that takes that direction.
All right.
Based in working with the women mostly.
You're based in Kisii?
Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you very much for joining us today. We are really happy to have you here today. We'll just go straight to our gentleman. Karibu sana once again. Please tell us your name and who you work with, where in Kisii.
Thank you, Jeremiah, and good evening, viewers, wherever you're watching us from. My name is Joel Machuka. I work for International Solidarity Foundation. Today I'm wearing two hats. One is an activist, and another one is an program coordinator advocacy for International Solidarity Foundation.
Perfect.
And the International Solidarity Foundation is a Finnish NGO which is working in Africa, and in Kenya and Somalia for Africa. And in Kenya we are working in Kisii, and us is a mitigation kind of. Yeah. We normally have partners who are implementing, but I'm representing a project which is implemented by ISF, which is the Muungano Agenda Forum, a monthly forum that brings together stakeholders on gender issues, and we pick on topical issues which we discuss and draw action points for implementation, be it on policy, be it on activism is on advocacy and it's on program based.
All right.
So we have a bias as International Solidarity Foundation on issues to deal with FGM, which is a form of gender-based violence. And, our partners are the ones carrying the flag high, but to do with the FGM in Kisii and Mwebia.
Amazing, amazing. All right, so we have known who our guests are today, and we really do appreciate you being here today. Thank you very much for sparing your time. It's an amazing, amazing opportunity for us to see and also be able to interact with you. So thank you very much for joining us. We'll just take a very short break, and when we come back, we'll start right off with what we have on our plate today. Don't leave your phone, your computer, because we're coming back with much more information.
Tune in to the EndFGM live show from Monday to Friday at 5:30 p.m. East African Time. Find and follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at EndFGM Live. Reach out to us for inquiries, to report a case, or to support the show on WhatsApp +254 73 400 7674.
All right, we are back. Thank you very much for joining us once again. My name is Jeremiah Kipainoi. This is the EndFGM Live, and we do appreciate you being here today. Today we are with amazing people from Kisii County. Kisii County is towards the west of Kenya, not yet at the Lake Victoria Basin, but almost there. So thank you very much for joining us. It's on the southwest, if I'm not wrong, and I'll be corrected by our panelists today. Just to start off, we would like to give you some information about Kisii County in regards to the statistics that revolve around it. Kisii County is found in the southwest, as I had earlier said, and it is predominantly occupied by the Kisii people, I'd say, the Abagusi, if I were to say it in the language of the Abagusi people. So we really do appreciate having amazing people from that county today. And I'm just going to add them on to the screen so that you can be able to see who works where, and basically what are the statistics both in Kenya as a country and also as Kisii as a county are. So right now we join and learn more about this country, this county, even globally, what FGM really is. Karibu sana. If you're joining in now, remember this is the EndFGM live show. We really do appreciate having you here. All right, so today on the panel we have John Onderi Machuka, who is the program coordinator, Advocacy International Solidarity Foundation, ISF. We also have whose Twitter account is Wamugusero. So if you want to tag him, please make sure that he gets your message. Esna Anyarambo is the director for Young Women Democrats. Her Twitter handle is Aquinada Adhia, ADHIA Adhia. And then you also have Stella Achoki, the executive director, Sekome or Kekome. I'm not very sure how to say that well. Her Twitter handle, or her organization's handle, is Kekome1. All right, so worldwide, just to give you a context of why we're speaking about what we are today, 200 million women and girls living today have undergone FGM in 31 countries worldwide. South Sudan is the latest country to illegalize FGM. That's according to the UNICEF. In Kenya, 21% prevalence of FGM. 8 out of 10 women living today have been circumcised by a traditional kata, and 7 out of 10 girls have been circumcised by a traditional kata. So that's how high the statistics are in regards to how FGM are being performed. And this is according to the Kenya Demographic Health and Survey that's in 2014. In Kisii County, 84.4% prevalence of FGM. It's the third highest in Kenya. and also has the highest cases of medicalization in the country. That's still according to the Kenya Demographic and Health Survey 2014. So Kisii is unique, and we're going to be talking about who does FGM and what the challenges are. What challenges are posed by that, and how the government is working in regards to its administration down to the chiefs, the medicalization of FGM, safe houses, girls, when the girls are mostly cut, and when the cutting season is, and let's see how the government basically is involved. So we're just going to jump in. We lost one of us, but we're just going to bring her back in a moment. But as we do so, we are just going to go straight to our panelists who are now on the call before we bring our lost team member back. All right. We are back now. Thank you very much for joining us. We are really happy to have you here today. Remember, this is Jeremiah Kipainoi from the FGM Live, produced by Tony Mwebia and Antonia Sophia. Lots of comments coming our way as well. I see people joining from the USA, and I'm just going to read to you the comments as they come in. So don't feel shy to have it coming our way, because we will be reading them as they pop up. Thank you very much for joining in once again. We really do appreciate having you in this broadcast. All right, so we have our panelists today are from Kisii County, which basically is quite quiet in regards to FGM. And today we're going to be talking about why. Thank you very much for joining us. Okay, let's just go straight to the lady. FGM in Kisii. It's also done by the elite. We know that there are so many learned Kisii people in Kenya, but the rate of FGM is still very high. Why?
Thank you, Jeremiah. I think, number one, our people who are learned, the people who say we have the books, bring their kids home during the holidays, which actually is a trend to most. My kids are going home to say hi to my mom.
Yeah.
So in that process, they have a deal with another medical personnel who will just open at night, do it, and disappear.
Yeah.
And for a girl child, it is easier to heal. So it does not take 3 weeks like a boy child. So today, tomorrow, the girl takes an antibiotic and she's like, I'm okay. Secondly, I think with the elite, they came up with some that I don't know if all men knows or all men know about it. I have a kid who is maybe a 3 months old girl. I'll go to pierce her ears. So in the process of piercing the ears of the girl, I go take her through the process.
Yeah.
I finish. I go pierce her ears, buy antibiotics. So when I come home, the girl will be taking antibiotics. And for me as a man, I may be thinking it's because of the ear. But the antibiotic is meant for the healing process of the FGM exercise.
Yeah.
So most people are doing it with a lot of hidden agenda.
Yeah.
And 3, the medical doctors, the people we think are supposed to be in the upfront, running towards saying no to FGM, are the same people being paid by 5 in the morning. She's done.
Yeah.
Then again, they decided to change the trend. It's no longer in December. It is in April and August. So you can't even imagine in April a girl can go through it and come back to school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because talking about when it's being done, someone is already saying, as they pop in, okay, someone says, do you have the statistic that it's supported by, that it's practiced within 5 years, and also that is it a fact that it's also practiced in August and April? So I think you already answered that. So we'll just head on. Thank you very much first of all for that small brief. To the gentleman, we have on your perspective, the elites still do it. Why?
From the perspective of what we come across in the ground, now that the shift has moved from the traditional kind of celebrations that we used to have in the month of December to creative, and the statistics are speaking by itself.
Yeah.
That students we are needing in terms of medicalization.
Yeah.
They want to score the perspective which was there that this is a cultural practice.
Yeah.
It's now no longer a cultural practice, but to me it's an attitude. It's something that deals with the mindset of a person.
Yeah.
And people who have grown with particular stereotypes.
Yeah.
If we don't do this to our girls, this and this is gonna happen. For example, they have this narrative which they want to wish around that if we don't spill a bit of blood from these girls, they're gonna be hot.
They're gonna be. Say that again. I think I didn't get you on that. If blood is not spilled,
if they don't splash or spill a bit of the blood from these girls, they're gonna be jumpy, or they're gonna be back of a better word, they're gonna be hot out there in terms of their sexual activity. And it will be it might be a bad show to the family which is having this particular girl. So basically they are trying to quote unquote trying to lower down the sexual act, which is just another thing
we got a chicken still in the show, so we can hardly hear you. But thank you very much for that. I see the background that there are myths that are accompanying this practice. We do not really have so much time in that regard, but there are so many people who are joining in from different parts of the world. I'm just going to read as they come in. You know that this practice is accompanied by different perceptions from different worlds. So I'm just going to read this, and if the chicken is on your side, please mute your microphone, and we'll really appreciate that so that you can also hear that well. I see Pamela Moore just joined. I also see Karosei Gabu, Nishad Patel. Thank you very much for joining in from wherever you are. I'll just read some of the comments that are coming in. I see K-Beth says, will Stella be back? She is back. And she said, Walter Samuel says, good show there. Thank you very much for that. Inchere Nere says, girls cut under 5. Is there any data to support that? And you guys have to confirm that. If girls are cut under 5 mostly, and on the season, not only April and August, it basically happens during school holidays, so December is inclusive. So they're just trying to add much more data into that. So thank you very much for that. I see Godfrey says, following from Dakar, thank you very much, from Senegal. Sante Sana. K-Beth says, wow, so informative about the sly double duty use of antibiotics, linking ear piercing with the FGM practice. Sante Sana, we really do appreciate seeing that as well. Demba Diawara says, FGM in Kisii is a deeply rooted and secretive social norm that makes it complex to end. So thank you very much. Keep them coming. We'll read them as they come, and we will make sure that we are all following in that regard. Before we go to the next question, please make sure that you are commenting with the hashtag NFGM live, and I'll be able to see your comments easily. Thank you very much once again. We really do appreciate having you here. Just a small break, and when we come back, question number 2.
Tune in to the NFGM live show from Monday to Friday at 5:30 p.m. East African time. Find and follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at NFGM Live. Reach out to us for inquiries, to report a case, or to support the show on WhatsApp +254 73 400-7674.
All right, we see everyone tuning in from Facebook already. Welcome to today's NFGM show. Antonia says she's my co-producer, of course. Feel free to share your questions here so that I can also be able to see them. Loud and clear, Tony says, thank you very much for joining in. We are just going to go straight to our panelists. Lots of stuff to talk about today. Little time it is, so we're just going to go straight to it. All right. So, chiefs are not always cooperative. Is that true, first of all? And I'm just going to bring this to Stella. How are you working with government agencies, as well as also the government representatives that are existing?
Yeah, we are working with the local administration very well in the fight against FGM.
Yeah.
But there are some who do not support the process. Why?
Yeah.
Because this FGM practice is done by the mothers, their aunties, their relatives within that village.
Yeah.
So even if the chief knows this is the woman who has done it, they can do nothing about it.
Why?
Because this is my mother, this is my auntie, this is somebody who knows me.
Yeah.
And they are against this person. This is going to make these people against the chief. That's one of the. Another reason is that the law, we have the FGM law at the national level. At the county level, we have not had the enactment of the laws that support that anybody who has done the practice is to be convicted. So that makes it very difficult for the chiefs to have somebody take them to court, and people also fear standing to give evidence against somebody who has done the practice. Why? Because this is a practice that is acceptable in the community. People view it as something they have grown with. There are elderly women who have gone through the cut, and you talk about the health effects against the girl, they do not associate with them. They see, I am an old woman, I went through the cut, and I'm so old, and nothing has happened of what you're talking about. So they don't relate with the effects that we talk about.
Yes, I'll just cut you short on that. I'll just cut you short on that, and then you'll just continue. You talked about the law, and I'll just bring to attention the people, anyone that is watching right now, that actually a law, an act has been passed by Parliament, so it's illegal in Kenya to practice FGM. Just go online and look for the Prohibition of Female Genital Mutilation Act 2011. It's an act of Parliament to prohibit the practice of female genital mutilation, to safeguard against the violation of persons' mental or physical integrity through the practice of female genital mutilation for connected purposes. Sorry for cutting you short. Please go on. Yeah.
Yeah. So the secrecy involved, it also difficult for chiefs people who do it for their children. So there are some chiefs who are in support that this is against the law and it's against the rights of our children. It should not be continued. And there are those ones who will not want to associate themselves, because most of our chiefs, you find they are men, and this is regarded as a woman business. These are women who are doing their own business. So sometimes some chiefs think this is business for women. So how do we also come in?
All right, so the involvement of men is actually also not very clear in that regard.
Yes.
Perfect. Sorry for cutting you short on that. I think we'll just move on. Someone is asking, Dan Link says, good stuff, Kipainoi. How are the panelists doing to curb this in terms of sensitization and creating public awareness? And are they working with the relevant authorities to end this? And that actually brings us to the next question. Before we move on to the specific part where organizations are working against these, we'll just have a small brief about some little specific issues that are linked to Kisii as a community and also as a county. Medicalization of FGM. It's clearly stated in the End FGM Act, prohibition of the practice of FGM Act 2011, that it is illegal for any practitioner to do or to practice FGM. And Kisii is very high in regards to the statistics of FGM. What is happening? And we'll just start off from the lady on the top. Thank you. I think we lost her. The gentleman, Karibu.
Thank you. I think we have come in a way to sanitize.
Yeah.
FGM.
Yeah.
That now that we are using so much sanitizing our hands currently,
yeah.
allow me using the term that we want to move from the moving adults from childhood to adulthood, which was a cultural practice. Now, if we've come across 5-year-old, 3-year-old being circumcised, which adulthood are you preparing this one to? Mm-hmm. So basically, we have come to, like, we are saying that it's an harmful cultural practice, but now people have sanitized this kind of by bringing in the medical aspect. They inject these girls. They do not feel the pain.
Yeah.
They will harmfully do whatever they have done.
Yeah.
A major reason which has led to lead in terms of medicalization, our medics are out to make an extra gain in the economic world. You find that having to practice that kind of a minor surgery,
yeah,
call it that, this person will get an extra ranging from 500 to even 5,000 shillings in between, depending on whom whom is your client.
Yeah.
So it has led, and the reason which has made this practice to just go scot-free is that our law, which we have very nicely that we have quoted,
yeah,
have very nice specifications how to deal with this problem.
Yeah.
But when it comes to implementation, it is a really problem that you will find the process of our cases dragging in courts, even the parents coming to give evidence, because they even know that this person who did this act is a relative, they're kind of, so they will hibernate when it comes for them to testify.
Yeah.
And then you will find even themselves, they have been
I think we are losing you a little bit. Sorry, I think we are losing you on that, but thank you very much. I think we got that really clearly, that there are issues, underlying issues, as you talked about sanitization. It's something that people are used to doing, and it's integral in the culture. So people find a way to do it, as even if they say it's a little bit better, in quotes, in regards to pain, I'd say, and also medical attention, it's still against the law. So thank you very much for joining us and sharing with us that again. So we are just going to go straight to you, Stella. What do you think in that regard? Why is medicalization very high in Kisii?
Medicalization is very high because the Kisiis are also highly innovative. Because for them to when we were talking about these during circumcision, they also thought of how they can do it without bringing in infections. So they also asked for the medical officers to help them so that they can do it in a clean environment, in a way that cannot bring these problems to the children. And because we believe if some people who want to stop the practice think if we take the child to the hospital and ask the nurses to just take a cut the girl will think she has gone through the real practice. So they think that the healthcare workers can do something that cannot be more harmful like the traditional way. So that is why it is highly medicalized in Kisii, because we think it's more hygienic, it's more safe, it can prevent our kids from getting other infections. And in case somebody is excessively bleeding, the medical officers, they can also do the other ways to help the child not to be more affected.
So that's actually done by medical practitioners, and it is on public knowledge. We have so many influential people, let's say in the government right now, whose ministries are actually represented in the anti-FGM board, which is responsible for ending FGM in Kenya. But we still have so much being practiced among the Kisii people, and authorities are just going mum. How are you dealing with that?
How we are dealing with the medicalization?
How we are
Of course,
dealing?
we are doing lots of campaigns.
Go on.
Dealing with what? Yeah, we are doing lots of campaigns, sensitizing the communities.
Yeah.
On the next, they must own the process, they must understand.
Yeah.
So as much as they don't relate with these effects, normally we tell them maybe somebody's body reacts differently from the other. So if it did not happen to a child, it's likely to happen to another person.
Yeah.
So we engage the communities through sensitization programs, giving them a lot of information. We engage the children in anti-FGM campaign activities, where we establish some clubs, and there we make them understand how bad it is to go through the cut. We also talk about stigmatization, because mostly some girls take themselves for the cut because their colleagues stigmatized against them.
Yeah.
They call them names.
Yeah.
So because of that, the others can even run away and go for the practice. So we try to tell them how bad it is by engaging them in several activities. We even engage the parents, and sometimes we have even parents and the children sessions where the parents and the children, they share, and the children sometimes tell their parents, we are not happy when you take us through the cut without our knowledge, without understanding the bad effects. So through those conversations, the communities are able to try and understand, and those who accept to stop the cut, they can stop the cut. And we also want people during the days, and during these school holidays, that is the time normally you find most of the practice is highly perpetuated. So we take the girls for the mentorship sessions. We also take the boys also for some sessions, so that they understand their role, which they can do to support their sisters not to go through the cut. And through that, that's how we are making our communities to understand and they know that whether it is medicalized FGM, it's still bad, it's against the right of the child, it's still harmful, because the medical health workers, they can reach any home at any time, even at night, and they can do the practice without. So our approach is the prevention approach, where we sensitize them, and once they understand how bad it is, from there now they can make their informed decisions.
Yeah, I think I'll cut you short on that.
You feel.
Sorry, I think I'll cut you short on that. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for that very informative piece in regards to medicalization. Still, I would insist that it's against the law for girls to go through FGM, even if someone is a medical practitioner. Mariam Sheikh on Facebook says, it's so sad that female genital mutilation has sunk into the medical fraternity. Medicalization is now an emerging trend. Even in Garissa, certain nurses are mentioned notorious for cutting girls. This trend has to be stopped. Please leave your comments on Facebook, on YouTube, and I'll be able to read them as well as on Twitter. And I see so many people commenting here. Kay Beth says, your guests all have lion hearts to stand up against this deep, hard to stop practice. Kay Beth says, how can FGM be illegal, yet the medical practitioners still do it? What more outreach to them do you plan? Is that even possible? So I think I'll give this to the gentleman, as he also keeps his eye on this topic of medicalization. What are you doing to sensitize the medical society, probably the medical field, to in regards to ending FGM, and that they know that it's against the law? Walter Samuel says, Kekome and Muungano Gender Forum are doing some good work in Kisii. It's true the Kisii people are highly secretive. It's hard to survey on which child has been cut and when was she? I think she meant, and when was she cut? So thank you very much for that. So what are you doing to make sure that the medicalization is not encouraged in Kisii among the medical practitioners?
Thank you. As stakeholders of issues to do with gender-based violence here in Kisii, we have brought together all the stakeholders who are handling issues to do with gender-based violence. And we are in the process of coming up with a policy framework that will address these issues, and more specifically an anti-FGM policy which will be domesticated and be used by the county government, which will be having those issues to be addressed inside it. At the same time, the members of the stakeholders who are sitting in our meetings, who comes from the medical fraternity, we are moving into the
All right, I think we lost you a little bit. I'm sorry, I think we lost you once again. Please say it again, because we lost you.
I'm saying that we have the medical fraternity members who are sitting in our steering committees and in our stakeholders county coordination meetings, which we have formed a gender technical working group, and we are enriching those nurses and the clinicians who are undertaking the process so that they can change. And as mentioned earlier,
sorry, we lost you again. Sorry, we are hardly hearing you. I'm so sorry for that. And we really do not have so much time. So I think we'll just skip to that and really hope that the network will be okay now. All right, so having you back, Esna, thank you very much for again joining us, and I'm sorry for the hitch. So we've been talking about medicalization and the fact that it's being done also by the elite in that county. Chiefs are not always cooperative, and that's actually from the government's side. And that stems, if the chiefs are not cooperative, then that means that their superiors are also not making it a keen subject, because the chiefs are also answerable to people like the county commissioners. So that's a question that we really need to ponder about, but we really do not have so much time. So the cutting seasons is also always in school holidays, but that there's an emerging trend where girls are being cut also in April and August. But now during this pandemic, the corona pandemic, what's the situation like? And I'll just throw this one to Esna. Sorry, we lost you, but we'll just continue.
Okay. Thank you, Jeremiah. I think with this pandemic, Kisii is a very funny, I can call a funny tribe. We are the don't care generation, or we are the don't care tribe. Like sometimes when I look at things, I'm like, there is a lot of things that is going on that even the government does not know. Until when we sensitize, we start by sensitizing the team, that is the chiefs. We come back to the pastors and all that. Our people are still in ignorance.
Yeah.
They are still in the darkness.
Yeah.
So right now, I know that there must be a lot of people. Like now, the girls have been home for more than 2 months. So automatically, there's a lot that has already happened.
Yeah.
Because in Kisii, I have an hospital. So if you want your girl cut, we have an agreement. They go there. Somebody does it. the girl is admitted as a sick person. Within 3-4 days, she's discharged, and the deal is done. So until the government itself take that partic and they start doing it like, we find you doing the same, you are jailed, people will learn from examples.
Yeah.
I realize Kenyans, for Kenyans, we are like, ni nani alishikwa, so mi nitashikwa na nani? Until the government itself, this is an illegal thing. It was an act already. But in Kisii, utashika mtu, ukifika pale, something has changed hands and the guy or the lady is out.
Yeah.
Yeah, so with this pandemic thing, I know it is more worse. I remember last time when I was talking to a team from South Africa on the same FGM, I said that the county government might give us even the figures. They used to say it was 60%, but I stood firm and said it is 80 and above. Because I've seen it happen. I've gone to hospitals and you find like 7 girls, 8 girls. When you speak, that is when they are told, toeni hao watoto mufiche. Surely. Are we going to help these girls?
So when you speak, because there are some people who do not understand English, when you speak, what do they say?
When we speak, usually they say, if so-and-so was not arrested, who will arrest me?
Yeah.
This is just something that the government was just passing to get maybe the per diem and to get the sitting allowances. It is until the government itself decides to act on the same, then a serious thing, then we'll start seeing some sense in it.
Yeah.
But now, Ethnos is talking on her side, SICOM is talking on its side, Mungana and ISF is talking, but at the end of the day, the government is doing nothing. And the county government, these counties were given money, like the Kisii county government was given money on FGM. They have a gender desk that is just doing nothing.
Yeah.
They don't even know what exactly that gender desk means. So they don't know what are their priorities. Something like FGM in Kisii is supposed to be a priority, but they don't prioritize it. They prioritize water. Where Kisii, we have water raining. It's raining on a daily basis. In Kisii, if it does not rain for 3 days, that is like a decade for us. So you can't tell us you want to prioritize making water or doing something on water, yet we have FGM at 84%. So even the county government, the money that was set aside, what did it do?
And we have documents like the CIDP, which guides us in regards to such. I was looking up for the county that I come from yesterday, and I realized that there's actually a budget that was proposed for a 5-year term with FGM in it. Do you have documents, access to such information so that you can be able to put these people into account?
In Kisii, budgeting for FGM is like budgeting for something else. FGM comes number 10. But water and something else comes number 1. For me, if that budget for gender and something is there, they need to start by what will we do? What do we need to do to start with to end this animal? But for them, it's not an animal. You find an officer in the county government telling you FGM is just a small cat. It's not a cat. That is an officer in the gender department telling you it's just a cat.
That's
so
sad.
Do you think they'll prioritize it? No.
That's
so
very.
The budget is there. The money goes to somebody's pocket. They do some other things. They do a program. When they find you maybe in a program, they're like, okay, we can give you this. Then the money is out.
Yeah.
And that is what they've been doing.
Yeah. So the prioritization in terms of budgeting, in terms of just having it as something that's on their top list is not happening in regards to working with the government. Is it true?
Just to add on what Esther mentioned, we realize that prioritization of activities in terms of issues in the whole cell of gender, we find that the activities are not given. Why we are engaging with the government through advocacy way from the government of a gender responsive budget where it.
Sorry, keep on going. Okay, we lost her again. All right.
Yes, where we'll see that issues to do with gender are prioritized.
Yeah.
And also, we encourage our stakeholders to be sitting in those meetings of the county government where there is public participation in terms of budget making process so that they can raise issues to do with gender given priority. Issues to do with safe houses, gender-based violence sensitization, curriculum in our TVET colleges being given to the and FGM, where our numbers are speaking, also given a first priority on issues to do with it. So we want to anchor all this in a policy which we will also give to the county assembly to enact, and also enabling the county also to have budget, enabling the county assembly to allocate budget to this to the executive for them to execute issues to do with gender-based violence and FGM given a first priority. So we are engaging the county government. The county government sits in our monthly stakeholders meetings as ISF. We are the people who are championing that. So we are making sure that these issues that we keep on making noise every day and night are anchored in a document which will be able to hold these guys in account.
Yeah.
That we have this and you have not implemented. Tell us why you have not done this and this.
So much is happening.
Also,
Keep on going. Yeah.
There's that Bandura box. Somebody will tell you, you want me to allocate money to FGM. Tell me where I'm going to use. Tell me a policy which is guiding me to allocate money to the same. So we have embarked on working for the policy which will help us them to allocate resources.
Yeah.
For fighting FGM.
And that's very useful.
It should come from mindset change. And we see our top leaders when it comes to the executive, to the parliamentarians, them denouncing the act first.
Yeah.
Then their followers, who are their voters, will join in the bandwagon. As we have tried to do with the Council of Elders here in Kisii, they have denounced the act. It's no longer cultural practice. So they have denounced the harmful cultural practice. They have given us a go-ahead.
All right, we lost him again. I'm sorry, we'll just have to move on in that regard. We'll just take a short break. And when we come back, we'll just talk about the good practices that you people have already taken as we bring this to a close. Thank you. And also remember, if you are watching from anywhere, you can still drop a comment in the next few minutes. We'll be bringing this to a close. But when we come back, just remember that we will be talking about some good practices, especially during this time of COVID-19. So let's take a short break, and when we come back, we will talk about that. Thank you very much.
Tune in to the FGM live show from Monday to Friday at 5:30 p.m. East African Time. Find and follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at FGM Live. Reach out to us for inquiries, to report a case, or to support the show on WhatsApp +254 73 400 7674.
All right, we are back, bringing this to a close. Esna joined us again. Thank you very much for joining again and again. We understand that there are connectivity issues, and it's okay. All right, so as we bring this to a close, we know that there is so much that's happening, especially during this period of COVID-19. So many adaptations are happening. Just a few challenges that each of your organization or your work has been affected by this pandemic. Please, we start with Esther before we go to Stella and our gentleman.
For me, the main challenge is that the people I'm dealing with now are not literate women and men from remote areas. They are the elites, which are very difficult to, again, nab or confuse. Number two, the problem to do with chiefs and sub-chiefs.
Yeah.
Most of them don't even know that was an act and it is illegal. whenever you go there, sometimes they even tell you we don't know. That is why we are here to protect them.
Yeah.
So they protect them, meaning they need to be either spoken to, trained on the same, or at least have something to do or a know-how on FGM. And thirdly, is that in case we don't have a safe house. So you go rescue a girl, you put her under your care, and at the end of the day, maybe they will overwhelm you. My house maybe is a 2 or 3 bedroom house. I cannot hold more than 20 girls. So automatically, I'll give back the girls to society. Going back to the same house, going back to the same society, where she was not circumcised from, also from not mutilated from, will be like giving her back to the dogs. She will become the laughing stock of the community and all that. So it is a big challenge working without a safe house, because at least when you have a safe house, you can try get that girl a safer home, safer place to be. She can operate from there to school, and at the end of the day, she'll be somewhere to stay at home.
Very well summarized. Stella, challenges during this time, especially during COVID-19. What's happening?
Well, during COVID-19, a lot of challenges because nothing much can be going on because the community gatherings are not able because of the issues of social distancing, working, using the virtual methods, which the communities are limited in accessing. So, but what we are not, we've not stopped doing work. We can reach the communities through our local radio programs. So through that, we have airtime, and then we talk, and the communities call back, and we share. And then we also continue. Sometimes we have Facebook Live sessions targeting the youth. And also sometimes we send SMSs because we have volunteers on the ground who are working. So we keep texting messages and making follow-ups to see what is going on. And also we have a WhatsApp group where we keep vigilance of what is going on. And that is where people post in case of any cases that is in the community. And then we have our community vigilance groups making follow-up. So we are not doing much, but that is what we are doing currently because of the current situation. Thank
you very much for that small brief. Joel, we have this situation, COVID-19, and it's bringing almost everything to a halt in terms of organizations that are present.
Skills are very low.
Sorry. I think I'll cut you short in that regard, Stella. I'm just going to Joel, and he's going to tell us where they are in regards to, as an organization, what challenges you're going through, and what innovative ideas or practices you've adapted during the COVID-19 period while dealing with FGM.
As we have been instructed by the Ministry of Health that we should maintain social distancing and we should not be in public gathering, we had to postpone all our forums which are happening on a monthly basis. We also had to postpone all the meetings which we should be having with the stakeholders in terms of pushing forward for the policy. So we found that we have had a hold in terms of our advocacy programs that we are meant to fight towards gender-based violence and FGM. But that one being said, and we will not just decide to hold our hands and watch. We are on a program that we are hosting conversation programs on our local radio channels. We're also hosting, we're having a plan to have the local TV channels also hosting a few members, or just linking us through virtual means like the way we have been linked up. And we're also trying to reach our members to our Facebook page, Mungano Gender Forum, on trying to give them short messages, trying to educate them and sensitize them on the issues. And having realized that the case of gender-based violence are really
Sorry, we are losing you. The cases of gender-based violence are increasing?
Yes. Gender-based violence have really increased with the lockdown. You see the perpetrators are there 24/7 in the house. The children are suffering, the women are suffering, and the section of men are also suffering. And you've seen the cases of homicide currently in our country. Reason up that you every day you hear that somebody was killed, either a lady or a man.
Yeah.
So you find that the reporting mechanisms have gone down.
Yeah.
Now every police officer is being involved either on the curfew, on the COVID issues, but we have relented on other aspects.
Yeah.
We are not able to focus on this aspect. What we are asking our good government is that please let's not forget other aspects that we've been doing as in terms of law enforcement.
Yeah.
Let the issues to do with gender-based violence and the reporting mechanisms of 1119 and the toll-free number should be working. And once the cases have been reported, let them be taken the right way.
Yeah.
So that the women cannot suffer. We need a generation. We need a nation after COVID-19.
Thank you very much.
We also,
yeah, thank you very much. I think I'll just cut you short on that because first of all, the light is not very good anymore, as well as our time is completely over. But thank you very much for joining us today. We have lost. I can't even tell already because of the light. We've lost Esna, and I'll just try to add her back. But as I do that, please, let me know. Sorry. As you do that now, just let us know how someone can reach and support your organization, or just learn more about what you are doing on the ground. All right, I think you lost all of them.
Tune in to the EndFGM live show from Monday to Friday at 5:30 p.m. East African Time. Find and follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at EndFGM Live. Reach out to us for inquiries, to report a case, or to support the show on WhatsApp +254 73 400 7674.
All right. So we lost our guests. Seems like there is a big internet problem. But thank you very much for, first of all, sticking with us. We are going to just bring this to a close. Today, we had 3 amazing guests. We had Joel Onderi Machuka, who is the program officer for a program coordinator and advocacy, International Solidarity Foundation, ISF, whose Twitter handle is Wamugosero. So if you want to reach out to him, he's not had a chance to really say how we can get in touch with them, but please reach out to his Twitter handle at Wamugosero. Then we also had Esnas Nyaramba, who is the director for Young Women Democrats. Her Twitter handle is at Aquinada Adia. And also we had Stella Achoki, who is the executive director, Kekome. Twitter handle is at Kekome1, CECOME1. Thank you very much for joining us today. Sorry for the inconvenience. We have lots of problems, especially with rains now and also internet connections. So thank you very much once again for being with us today. Remember that this show is live to you every day from 5:30 p.m., approximately 45 to 1 hour, sometimes 30 minutes. So hold on. The next show will be live to you tomorrow at 5:30 p.m. This show is produced by Tony Mwebia, who is the founder and director Men FGM, as well as Antonia Sophia, who is the founder Zinduka Kenya. So thank you very much again for joining us today. We really do appreciate. And as we bring this to a close, remember that Corona, like COVID-19, is here. We really are in a time where we have to have a responsibility to protect ourselves and those who are close to us. Please don't let FGM or any other form of gender-based violence happen under your watch. So please make it your responsibility to end this. So as we bring this to a close, may it be a reminder to us all that we all have a responsibility. Till tomorrow, stay safe. See you then.
Tune in to the End FGM live show from Monday to Friday at 5:30 p.m. East African Time. Find and follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at End FGM Live. Reach out to us for inquiries, to report a case, or to support the show on WhatsApp +254 73 400 7674.